Hi everyone, and welcome back to Ho Tanta Passione. What a night, or what a morning. I don't know if you can see, but I look quite tired. I set my alarm clock at 2 a.m. and I watched the entire match, the quarterfinal between Novak Djokovic and Matteo Berrettini. Almost 3.5 hours of everything where I have to say I notice, I don't know if you had the same feeling from home, but Novak Djokovic is definitely on fire. If in the previous 4 matches, probably he was in third gear, I believe that right now he seems like in his own bubble, in his own comfort zone. Yesterday, in the opening set, the match was getting, very wild. Berrettini took 77 minutes to win it with a score of 7-5. It was incredible that only he had to save basically 2 break points, but you would imagine with any other player that probably your opponent would feel very upset, demotivated, losing concentration and energy, but it doesn't happen with Novak Djokovic. It seems and he gives the impression that more is losing, more the crowd is against him, more is in a difficult situation, and more is finding additional motivation and determination. And I believe that was the feeling that Matteo Berrettini was just experiencing on the Arthur Ashe last night. Like as well, he said during the press conference after the match, Novak is taking this sport to a different level. It's incredible how he can keep that intensity, not only physically but mentally. He gives you the impression, okay, you are hitting me, you are punching me, but I'm here. I can stay, and play against you for not only 5-6 more hours, but even for more, 3 or 4 days. And that was the impression that I had starting from the second set, because Novak was completely calm, was aware about the fact that probably needed to change a little bit in his game plan, and he was able to read much better Berrettini's serve, either the first and the second. So it's not a coincidence that probably the story was more or less the same in the second, in the third, and in the fourth. He managed to break Berrettini very early, and that gave him so much confidence. It was incredible because, during his 7 games, Novak was hitting very quickly. So his 7 games were lasting, 1 minute, 90 seconds. Instead, Berrettini had to fight for every single point. Of course, we all know that Matteo has an incredible forehand, a very powerful serve, but unfortunately is not very solid or capable of producing winners or damaging, Djokovic game from his backhand, even if I have to say he has improved so much in the last year. So what can I say? I was very impressed, even if it was at 5:30 in the morning. I just, had the time to send a tweet, writing, my opinion, my consideration about the match after I try, to sleep for 2 more hours and be up and ready for my working day. I have to say, when Novak is like that, I think it's almost impossible to beat him. Of course, his next opponent will be Alexander Zverev. Alexander Zverev, who defeated Novak in the semi-final at the Olympics. In that case, the match was a best of 3. I'm really curious to see how the German player will cope with the fact of staying and fighting of the best of 5. either he will be able to make, a very short match, otherwise longer it takes and more, is gonna enter kind of in a labyrinth in the zone, in the situation that Djokovic prefers. We know tennis is quite unpredictable as a sport. Never say never, but in this case, after Novak's performance of last night, I was very, very impressed. I was shocked, and I just thought, okay, that's it. Even if in a row, potentially he has to beat Zverev and probably Daniil Medvedev, I have the feeling that when Novak is like a Serbian wall like last night, is almost impossible to probably break his confidence, because I think right now is not physically and in terms of a game at the level, I have to say, of 2011 and 2016. Probably that Novak is never gonna come back, but mentally is connected to the match from the beginning until the end. Considering also that he improved so much his serve with Goran Ivanisevic, he doesn't have like any weakness, probably a little bit by the net. We all know he doesn't like smashing that much, but like he said, he's always trying to improve his level to find, alternative additional solutions, and I think that is making his opponent very, very frustrating. Because they know that they have to fight, they're never gonna get 3 points, and that probably, I think, is the difference right now between Novak and the rest of the younger players. Of course, without Rafa and Roger at the US Open, he knows that mentally is the strongest one, and he can cope, with the fact that probably he's 6 or 7 years older than all the other contenders. So let's see what's going to happen. The men will be back in action tomorrow. So we have from the top half semi-final Novak Djokovic versus Alexander Zverev, and the bottom half Daniil Medvedev against Auger Aliassime. Regarding the women, we had, I completely miss my predictions, because Emma Raducanu won in 2 straight sets against Bencic, the Swiss player who won the gold medal at the Olympics in Tokyo. It's incredible just to think that before Wimbledon, this British player was ranked, I believe, 338 in the world. At the moment, looking at her projecting ranking, she's 51. But the tournament is not over yet, and so far she hasn't dropped a single set. Something incredible. Everyone probably is dreaming for a final between 2 teenagers, Emma Raducanu from one side and on the other Leylah Fernandez. But let's see, we have to wait until tonight to discover who's going to reach the final. We have on one side a very interesting semi-final between Sabalenka, the number 3 in the world, and Fernandez, and on the other side Raducanu against Maria Sakkari, who defeated in the 2 straight sets Karolina Pliskova. So 4 very interesting players with each one of them, I think, with a different style, with the different shots, and probably I believe it's the 13th time that we have a different Grand Slam winner. For sure, since Serena Williams started a little bit to drop a level, or at the same time to cope with more injuries. For the women, we don't have like a dominant player, but so many younger and interesting players are rising. So probably makes the WTA very, very interesting. So That's all for today. As you can see, probably I'm gonna need a 30 minutes power nap this afternoon to recharge my batteries. Before I leave you, I wanted to wish a fantastic happy birthday to my dear friend Giorgio, who turns 48 today. I'm sorry, Matteo Berrettini was not able to give you a birthday present, but I hope your family and the rest of your friends will make it very, very special. That's all for today. Stay tuned on 80 Passione. We are going to follow together the end of the US Open, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. That's all for today, and see you soon. Ciao!